Hello, friends, and welcome to Regular Girls. It's me, Stacey. Renee is gone this week. She is doing really, really cool stuff, and I'm excited to have her back next week where we can dish about what has been going on. But in the interim, I have an amazing guest with me this week. She is a musician, comedian, friend. She's currently the musical director at the Second City, where I work. It is Jordan Armstrong. We have a really cool chat. We chat about anxiety, which is kind of neat to talk about the different sort of faces of it. We talk about celebrity gossip, which you know I love. Pete Davidson, Ariana Grande, what is happening? And then I read her tarot cards. And it's the first time I read cards for a friend. You will tell that I'm very new to it, but I'm loving it so far. And I hope you guys like it too. It brings up a lot of cool conversation starters. And yeah, if you guys like that, let me know, because I'm thinking of interviewing more people and reading their tarots just to kind of see where we're all at, just for some fun. So let me know if that's something you guys would be into listening to. Does that make sense? Let's move on. So before we get into this episode, though, I just wanted to thank you guys for listening and subscribing and sharing and tweeting and all of the things. I see them. I hear them. It means so much to me. And I hope I thank you guys enough, because it's really cool, the community we're building. And I'd like to keep growing it. So thanks so much. And I also would like to thank our first sponsor of the episode, our good friends at Brooklinen. You've heard Renee and I talk about Brooklinen a million times. And guess what? I'm going to do it again, because we're massive fans. If you do not know, I should say, what Brooklinen is, they are an amazing sheets company. They make a difference with how you sleep. I'm telling you, they are literally the best sheets. Brooklinen.com, the best, most comfortable sheets at no big markup. As you know, buying sheets can be honestly the most boring and tedious part of building your home. That makes sense. Anywho's, listen, their philosophy is the most beautiful, comfortable home essentials at no crazy prices, because most bedding is marked up as much as 300%. Which is insane. But Brooklinen is the fastest growing bedding brand in the world, with over 20,000 5-star reviews. And let me tell you, I literally am one of the 5-star reviews. I can't tell you guys enough about these sheets. I know that I am loud and proud in my 30s, but literally I cannot go back to those uncomfortable, cheap sheets. You know the ones, if you're sleeping on them, you deserve better, girl. Brooklinen is the winner of the Best of Online Bedding category by Good Housekeeping. They have versatile colors and patterns. I'm telling you right now, I have dark navy sheets with a striped duvet. I'm feeling very Pinterest. Literally, after I washed them, they all became even softer. It's unbelievable. So much so that I can't even have my dogs on my bed. It's my paradise, people. My paradise. I've told friends about it. They want me to stop talking about it. I rush people to the site for brooklinen.com to get their sheets. I'm telling you, try them out. You will love them. My Brooklinen sheets are the best, most comfortable sheets I've ever slept on. Brooklinen.com has an exclusive offer just for Regular Girls listeners, and that is get $20 off and free shipping when you use our promo code REGULAR at brooklinen.com. And Brooklinen is so confident that they are going to offer a risk-free 60-night satisfaction guarantee and a lifetime warranty on all of their sheets and comforters. So the only way to get $20 off and free shipping is to use our promo code REGULAR at brooklinen.com. Let me spell it out for you. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Use our promo code REGULAR. 60-night free trial, you got nothing to lose. And I want to thank Brooklinen for sponsoring Regular Girls. We love you guys. And here is now my conversation with Jordan Armstrong. Enjoy. Okay, so we are recording, just to let you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm getting better at hosting and letting people know. So guys and gals of the pod, we are so lucky to have our guest today. Jordan Armstrong, musician, friend, comedian, writer, producer, Edinburgh Fringe performer, Second City main stage musical director, girl of my dreams, Jordan Armstrong. How are you?
I'm great. That's a lot to live up to.
No, it's really absolutely good. Not. And let's just like paint the scene of what's happening right now. You're sitting in my apartment, leaning so sadly up against a mic because my cord is busted. You are a musician, and you were like, I could have brought a cord. Literally, my cord is like what? A shoestring? Like it's like something you have. Not a big deal. Are you comfortable?
I am actually. This is how I sit. This is not
okay.
I know it looks like I'm not comfortable.
No, you look very comfortable.
This is just me.
I so desperately needed you to sit on my couch. I wanted you to feel welcome and warm. Thank you for coming. You could probably be a little louder.
Okay, I can get closer to the mic. I can talk with more voice.
I feel like I'm screaming at you. Even just seeing this being recorded, you are like little angel whispers on the board, and I am a mammoth eating you.
Okay, I'll be louder.
Wow. What an inspiration. Literally, I am. No, I'm so happy that you're on the podcast because you're such a lovely friend of mine. And also, I was like, this podcast is so silly and ridiculous. And I think is like, you're kind of like a quiet person, but I think this will be interesting to discuss.
I think it's going to be so interesting.
We're going to read your tarots.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
That's new for me. I just got my deck. My tarot deck. Yeah, you're reading it. The Wild Unknown Tarot.
Art by Kim
Kranz. Honestly, I would buy the deck just based on the name. It's such an amazing character, comedian name. Like I'm an office worker named Kim Kranz. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Kim Kranz, the artist. But yeah, I'm like, because you're kind of like an anxious person.
I mean...
So very much so. But I think that I'm also very anxious, but... I'm anxious in a way that's like my brain's like, oh, you should tell everyone how you're absolutely melting down. And you're sort of like a silent sufferer.
I'll do it quietly in the corner. Yeah. You'll turn to look at me and go, oh, no.
Yeah, and you're just like sweating, trying to like press yourself into the wall. And I'm fighting my insecurity by hitting the wall going, not a big deal. And then crying at home. So... But that's why I like you so much, because I feel like we relate on that level.
We're like the yin and yang of anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just me screaming, I don't care. And then I do care, but only I can hear that part. Yeah. Yeah. How does it feel to be now working at Second City with so much social anxiety? And if you hear a fizz, it's because we're drinking gin.
Just some gin. It's okay.
You think it's okay?
I think it's okay. It's hard because I'm out where all the audience is.
Yes.
So that can be a problem because I'll come out and I'll be carrying my saxophone or setting up, and then everyone thinks that they're, number one, I'm their best friend.
Yeah, because
and that they can just talk to me. And then they look at the program, they learn my name, and then they just, they're like, hey, Jordan, you're going to play Freebird? Or like, what are you doing? And I want
Freebird
to die.
Yeah, exactly. And you also don't get a break. And sometimes I forget that.
Yeah, I have to sit out there. So if I have to like pick my nose or like scratch my butt,
yeah,
I have to. Sometimes I can sneak back, but if people are sitting too close to me and I can't, so that can be a lot. So like my pre-show routine is like, do I have water? Do I have tea? And I set out all my drinks and like I put snacks in my pockets. Gummy bears in the pockets of my blazer.
I have eaten a gummy bear. A free gummy bear from your pocket, which I think solidifies a friendship for sure.
I think, yeah, totally.
But because it's like I sometimes need a full break. Like there's one scene where after it I have a 2-scene break, and that's where sometimes I'm just like I just need to go backstage.
Yeah.
Where you're just like I simply cannot, and now I'm stuck out here for 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot. And then we point at you at the end, and you get it. And every time we do that, and we've done it, we've been working together 6 months now. Every time I'm like, this must be a nightmare for her.
I hate it.
I hate the applause. God damn it! Please.
I love the applause. The applause is great. I have to do the whole thing where I stand up.
Yes.
And then I have to like point and then bow and then
the pointing's ridiculous.
It's very silly because we're pointing at the booth that no one in the audience can see.
Absolutely.
So they don't know what we're doing.
I never had an idea when I would go see theater, mainly because I'm from a small town and my parents were like, what's theater? But when I started going, I was like, who are they pointing to?
Yeah.
Who is the director here? Who is this person you're pointing to?
I used to think as a kid that they were gesturing to us as the audience.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice thought.
Yeah. Apparently they weren't all those years, but that's okay.
That's going to make me laugh tonight as we do our shows. When we point to you, mystery box. Thank you. That's so ridiculous. So, okay. So how did you, as someone with anxiety, and not to label you as that, but just someone who like struggles with that, not only are you now musical directing Second City, you're also a comedian yourself and perform
Yeah.
And you're going to the Edinburgh Fringe. So for our UK listeners, go see. Where's your where's your venue?
We are performing. It's a place called The Room at the place. It's a hotel.
Really?
Called The Place. And within the place, there is a venue called The Room.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you're performing at The Room. And what are we'll put all your description stuff at the bottom so people can go.
Okay.
What's it called?
It's called Death Ray Cabaret.
Well, that's what your troupe's
the show. Yeah, we're just performing as Death Ray Cabaret. I don't think we gave it a title.
Keep it simple, brand.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions. Just go to the show.
We're gonna sing some songs.
Yeah, it's all musical, right?
It is. Yeah. We have a few like shorter scenes, but I am not an actor. I'm a musician. So if I'm not singing my comedy, doesn't work. It doesn't come out.
Okay.
I just freeze.
Well, that's kind of like interesting because you made me sing for the show, and I was really angry. Our director made us sing, and I remember the session we had to do together, and it was so good. So angry with you. Not with you, but I just did not want to be there. I was like, whatever, what are we doing? I'll sing a song about pants and be done. I'm really bummed I can't see the show.
Well, we're gonna do a preview here. We're not sure yet.
Okay, this is not helpful information for the listeners.
I know. We're trying to book it.
We
have one booked July 2nd, but that's really soon. So
yeah,
it probably won't be very good.
I don't think you should say that.
Oh, whoops!
It's sort of like a fake it till you make it situation.
Yeah.
So then you're running August. What is it?
August 2nd to the 14th.
Right, in Edinburgh. That's a tough word to say, but a lovely place to be.
It's so beautiful. Mm-hmm. So hard to say.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
People, if you're listening from Edinburgh, I'm sorry. I wish I lived there and just go see the show.
I'm trying to practice how to say it.
How did you get to that? How do you make amends with the fact that this is also scary and a nightmare for you, but also you like to do it?
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just like a stressful tornado.
Right.
Alcohol helps a lot.
Kids, do not listen to Jordan.
Just a quick, like a beer.
You have to have a beer
show.
before.
Yeah, I do. Or a shot of whiskey or something. And then I find especially for the first few shows, but then especially performing in Edinburgh, you're doing the same thing every night.
Yeah.
The audiences are incredible and they're so supportive.
Really?
If they don't like it, they just leave. But if they do like it, they're just so
happy to be there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really great. So I think we did it last year, and I was really nervous. I'd never done something like that before.
Really?
And it really taught me how to perform and how to be. And I mean, most of my songs are about how nervous or sweaty or uncomfortable I am.
Right, what
so
you know.
It's kind of, that helps too.
Right.
So I just play, Kevin sort of takes the reins in terms of keeping the things moving and the show moving, and I just kind of sit there and sweat and go, oh boy.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I highly doubt that. But and Kevin is your partner in love and comedy.
In love and comedy.
He's going to listen to this podcast just to hear his name, so I will mark it at 9:26. No, that's great. Kevin's very funny. I did the touring company at Second City with Kevin. No, I'm so stoked for you, and you're going to be gone for so long.
3 weeks.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's a real long time.
I mean, our friend is leaving for 6 months on a cruise ship, and we were like, nothing will change, and here we are going, 3 weeks is a long time.
That's forever.
Who's
leaving on a cruise ship?
Josh Murray.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But he'll be back in no time.
Sure.
I'll be back in no time.
See, now we're just having a real conversation like friends. People on the pod are going to be like, who the fuck's Josh Murray? Great comedian, friend to the pod. No, never been on. Never been on. That's what I really do like about having friends on the podcast when Renee's gone is sometimes I forget that we're recording and there are pockets where I'm like, well, what are you doing tonight? Yeah. Figuring things out.
Are you going to that thing?
You're going to the thing?
Yeah.
You're going to the thing in the room at the place? Yeah. Great. Perfect. I love that. Okay. So we are going to read your tales, but before we get into that, I thought I would, because I love celebrity gossip and the things, but I don't really get to just had a stroke in my brain. I don't really get to discuss it with many people.
Right.
Because I feel like people don't really care. You're not into celeb gossip or anything like that, are you?
I will say that maybe I'm not, but then if you feed it to me and if it's there, then I can get very into it very quickly.
Let me bring up just a quick topic that is something I think about more than I should.
Okay.
It's Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
What's going on? Are we not all concerned about them both?
I'm a little worried.
It seems fast. It seems weird.
She's so young. How much? He's not that much.
How old is Ariana Grande? I could Google it, but not on this show. We just boldly make a claim. I can look it up, but like she's in her early 20s.
Yeah.
And he's in his early 20s.
Okay.
No, he must be older than that.
I feel like he's older.
Yeah. I know he got flack because like he was dealing with like mental health issues and like a lot of people were like judging him on that, which I think is like low, whatever, who cares? Here's what's concerning about me or about this. He paid $100,000 for her engagement ring.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's a lot of money.
He works at SNL. What kind of money? He's 24.
Whoa.
24 and a $100,000 ring. How old is she? 24. They were born in 93. That's a yipey diapy. 24? Yikes.
Yeah.
They just bought a $16 million house. And when I say they, Ariana.
Yeah, well, she did for sure.
Can you imagine being 24? How long have they been dating? 3 weeks?
It's been so short. I remember, I say that I'm not interested in celebrity gossip, but I remember recently sitting on my couch Googling who she was dating, and there was nobody.
No.
That's a true thing that I did.
Maybe she had a crush on him. Here's another jump off this whole shenanigan. If I can make my soapbox and stand on it. Only a comedy guy could bag, and I say that lovingly, bag, a pop star. Because there's no comedy woman. Like,
right.
You think, like, who's the hottest guy? You think, like, Chris Hemsworth? No, he's married. But you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Who's like a huge pop star? I think Harry Styles is going to watch me perform at Second City and go, come here, baby. Oh, yeah, she's so fun.
Maybe he'll be at Edinburgh and come see me perform, and it'll ruin my long-term relationship.
I honestly, and I adore Kevin. I hope it does. I think Harry Styles is so delicious. Harry Styles,
if you're listening,
he is.
Please come.
Active listener
to my show. Yeah.
Harry Styles, big friend of the pod. Him and Josh Murray. But like, honestly, like honest to God, like the fact that Pete Davidson, oh, I got a text from my family. Who cares? Oh my God, that's so harsh. I mean, I do care. I was FaceTiming them, but whatever, they can wait. I need to talk about this. But like, it's a comedy guy, of course. Like, she probably went on SNL.
Yeah, that's true.
He was funny. Yeah. Tattooed.
Yep.
Had a bit of a swag. I'm not allowed to say that, but probably did.
You're not allowed to say swag?
Well, it doesn't feel right coming out of my mouth. I'm just like, I mean, I'm wearing like high-waisted mom jeans for comfort. I don't think I'm allowed to say swag.
I feel like you are. I didn't notice anything.
Honestly, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was the nicest guest I've ever had on the podcast. But like, isn't it crazy? What's the allure?
It's probably just comedy. It's probably just being funny.
That son of a bitch. I mean, I'm sure he was on Jimmy Fallon. Yeah. And he said their engagement was lit. Was lit. I know. And we're in our 30s. Yeah. I mean, loud and proud. Loud and proud.
So loudly in my 30s.
I'm loudly in my 30s right now. I literally saw a group of teens that came to the show.
Yeah.
And I actively got them in trouble.
Yeah.
That's when I knew I was loudly in my 30s. I don't care. They're on a field trip.
I watched them get in trouble and I was happy.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going backstage and texting that weird box in the sky we all point to. I just think it's so crazy that they bought a $16 million apartment in New York.
I mean, maybe their relationship will work because if you've got all that space, like if you're mad at someone in a $16 million penthouse,
yeah,
you can go, like, if Kevin and I are mad at each other, we can like go to either side of our apartment.
Right.
But you can still sense the person. But if you can like slam 4 doors on your way to going
right
to the other side of the apartment, that would be therapeutic, I think.
I mean, but I can't imagine, like, I know people get married young, but like Ariana Grande, like I was just reading about her getting carried everywhere. Like she's a bodyguard who carries her everywhere.
Yeah.
That's someone.
That's true?
Yes. I've seen photos.
Bananas.
She denied it, but listen, I sleuthed. Should I read? Yes. Do I know I Google image Ariana Grande getting carried. But yeah, I'm just the whole relationship baffles me, and this is probably the best thing that's ever happened to Pete Davidson's career.
Yeah.
He is funny. I'm not saying he's garbage.
Right. It's a lot.
We've allotted 6-7 minutes to this story.
Well, it's a hot topic. It's a big deal.
It's unsettling.
Yeah.
Also, it is Chris Pratt's birthday, and I was getting a lot of tagged images, and I was like, this might be getting out of control. Like this, like I remember I tweeted about a housewife that I like, Dorinda from Real Housewives of New York. Do you watch the Real Housewives at all?
I don't.
That's no problem. Okay. You're smart and you have way better things. So, but then she tweeted back at me. And that's when I realized like the internet does connect. Like these people are not available.
Yeah.
But the people tweeting at me and Chris Pratt's not checking his tweets or whatever.
Right.
But when we do get together, because I believe in the power of manifestation, the relationship's doomed. One search of my phone, which is just countless photos of him carrying a keg. I mean, we're dead.
I don't know. He might be flattered.
I wouldn't be. If this was reversed, if I was famous and I met somebody and then it turns out they had this podcast where they're yammering on about my bod, I'd be like, what? I'm out of here.
You could tell him about how last night during the show you mentioned him as part of a joke.
Yes.
And it's not even the punchline.
No.
It's just part of a joke. And it got an applause break.
Well, people like his bod.
That happened.
It was about his bod.
Yeah.
Are you a Chris Pratt fan? Do you find him attractive? Like,
I
what's
do.
like your type? Big beefy guys like that?
I like muscles. I do.
Because you're so little.
Because I'm so small.
Must be nice. I like muscles out of necessity. It's not even like sprinkles on the man cupcake. It's just absolutely necessity. Like if there is a fire and I must be lifted, I require muscles. Mm-hmm. I need to know that you can lift me.
Yeah.
Do I date those people? No. No, I do not. Absolutely not. Never, never, never. But in my mind, yes. So you like Chris Pratt. That's like your type of guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris Evans.
You like Chris Evans.
I have a big crush on Chris Evans.
Okay, well, I'd really like to quickly unpack that because I loathe him.
I think he's dumb. I think he might be really not smart.
I also don't think he's smart. And I also think he like plays this like I'm a good gentleman guy.
Oh, I don't think he is. I would never want to date him. I would look at him from afar.
Oh,
like
sure.
a lot.
What a great bod.
Yeah.
Great bod, great face. But then
That's the extent of it though.
Yeah. I mean, I rented his directorial debut on iTunes. I think that was rock bottom for me. I wasn't quite sure when I had hit the rock bottom. I think it was that. And it was a movie about him just being a nice guy. Like this girl was like on the brink of ending a relationship. And then he walks all around New York with her in one night. And then they have like a chaste kiss.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. I'm like, I want a torrid affair movie. So I was like, of course, Chris Evans is, can you imagine pitching as someone who creates content, pitching to an executive? A man and a girl meet at a bus station and then they just walk and then he respectfully says goodnight. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It also makes me think, what are you hiding?
Exactly.
What's back there?
Yeah. I want to see a movie where everyone makes the wrong decision and then we deal with the fallout.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, I love Clueless and they're stepbrother and sister and they smooch and it's great. And I feel like I'm talking a lot. Am I overtaking this conversation?
No, am I not talking enough?
See, two people with anxiety just going, I'm
podcast insecurity.
I'm terrible. You're terrible. No, I just have so much stupid knowledge that I really don't know where to put it. And this is the housing for it in this podcast.
It's perfect.
Thank you. I'm gonna like, that'll be the soundbite for the podcast.
Just me.
That's perfect. Jordan Armstrong says that's perfect. So you're going to be the first guest that I read tarots.
Oh, cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
So should we do it now?
Sure.
And unpack it? Okay, so we're going to do, so what you have to do is I'm going to shuffle it. You can move the chips. I love how I offer my guests chips on a freaking podcast. So I'm going to shuffle these and then I'm going to make 3 piles. You're going to connect. Then I'm going to put them together, and then we're going to flip your 3 cards.
Okay.
Or actually, while you're shuffling these, because I'm going to have you do it.
Okay.
I want you to think of like where you need clarity. We're going to do the clarity deck.
Okay.
Or we could do the past, present, future, like who you were, who you are now, and where you're going to be.
I feel like both of those are kind of clarity.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah, so you can just ask a question. Like yesterday, I asked about my career, and we can unpack that while we unpack yours.
Okay.
So you feel, as you're shuffling. So you want to think about, this is what the book says. You want to think about your question. So think about it, shuffle.
Okay.
I
feel like it's pretty career-based for me right now.
Yeah, career's great. Yeah, we're talking about it. So, you can specifically ask. Like, I asked, like, what was blocking me?
Right.
Like, where is it going? Why am I having trouble?
Yeah. Okay.
Like anyone would in their career at some point. Yeah. Everyone lay off.
Oh, no,
There's nothing wrong with it. Although, when I was shuffling, a card flipped over, and I was like, do I need to see that? I don't know.
Is the deck trying to tell us something?
Also, someone in my DM said that they got a cursed deck, and they had to burn it in the moonlight. Yeah.
I mean...
And as a Pisces, I'm very gullible. And I was like, I absolutely believe that those were haunted.
Yeah. Like these are haunted?
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are.
Yeah, she said weird stuff started happening to her. But then I Googled it.
Oh, shoot.
I think it was a rare case. Okay. So think about your question.
Okay.
You got it?
What is my question?
You were supposed to think
about
it.
I am. I'm just...
Okay. Now we're going to bring these together. Great. Put that on top.
Put this guy on top?
Yep.
Okay.
People listening to this are like, just figure it out.
Sort the cards already.
I'm like, I get it. Okay. So now I'm going to flip these over, and now we're going to figure out your destiny.
Okay. Destiny.
Literally, it's a win-win because either I'm right or either I'm wrong, and either way, it's content. And either way. Okay. So that's your number one.
Okay.
Okay. And then this is what is getting you there. So these are some major cards. So I'll put these up on we'll discuss what they are. Okay, so these all look terrifying, right? But don't worry about it. Yeah, pentagons. Yeah, it's actually
3 of them.
Yeah, it's actually quite terrifying. I had 3 swords.
Okay.
And one had like a bleeding heart in the middle.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That feels nice.
Yeah, it feels amazing. Honestly, like not really that concerned. So you pulled a major arcana card, which
so this is my career in front of us.
Yes, this is your career.
So I see some... It's not looking good. I should maybe...
No, it tells you to analyze them first and see like what they bring up in you specifically. So it doesn't just because they look dark, like they're kind of darker cards anyways.
Right.
So they look really terrifying, but they're actually, a lot of them are not.
Are these saying, Jordan, get a day job?
No, they're not. No, they're not at all. Okay. I should point out, like, I'm new to reading this, so like I could be lying. No, but they're not telling you that. No, because look, that's a rainbow, dude.
That's nice. That's pretty.
Yeah. That's a rainbow, dude. that might be the title of this podcast is That's a Rainbow, Dude. So when I get better at this, guys, then I'll know right off the top of my head, but I do need to reference the book. I did just look at a card called the Devil, but that's not what you have. Like some of these cards are like, I mean, it's really beautiful art, but it's really intense. Okay, so what is your number? Okay, what are you? V1. I don't know. I might pause this while I find it. All right, you know what we'll do? I'm going to talk about our sponsor, and then we will get back to the card. So our next amazing sponsor is RX Bars. You know we're good friends with them. I'm sure they would say the same. We love RX Bars. Renee loves them. I love them. John loves them. What is RX Bars? Well, they are a whole food protein bar. So what does that mean? Well, it means that their bars are made with 100% whole ingredients. RX Bars wants to be transparent and upfront with their customers, which is why Renee and I love them so much. That is why they label their core ingredients, egg whites, dates, and nuts on the front of the package, and the ingredients that make up texture and taste on the back, like 100% real unsweetened chocolate, coconut, and etc. So beyond being a go-to snack, which Renee and I love, we love a purse snack, and RX Bars is our top one. It also checks off a lot of nutritional boxes. So RX Bars comes in 11 delicious flavor varieties, and as of recent, there are 3 new flavors: mango pineapple, peanut butter and berries, and chocolate hazelnut. Also, RX Bar recently introduced RX Nut Butter, which is a brand new product. I'm into it. It's made with the same core ingredients as RX protein bars, but the new nut butters include a base of nuts, egg whites, and dates, giving you 9 grams of clean protein. And you know, we love a protein. It's available in honey cinnamon peanut butter, and vanilla almond butter. So it's great on pretzels, fruit, or straight out of the convenient pouch while you're on the go, which you know, we are always on the go. RX Bar's core ingredients all do all of the talking. I guess I don't do all of the talking, but RX Bars most certainly does. It's simple. Like I said, 3 egg whites, 2 dates, and 6 almonds. There is no BS. And here on Regular Girls, we got no time for BS. It turns out real food ingredients actually taste good. You can actually taste the chocolate, the real fruit, the spices, like sea salt, and even cinnamon. So it's also important to know that RX Bars are gluten-free, soy-free, and dairy-free. So there's no added sugar, no artificial colors, flavors, preservatives, or fillers. So what I am giving you guys for listening, for 25% off your first order and free shipping, you got to visit rxbar.com/regular and enter our promo code regular at checkout. So again, that is for 25% off your first order and free shipping. Visit rxbars.com/regular. Use our promo code regular at checkout. And for a limited time, every order will receive free samples. The free sample offer does end June 30th. So get on it. And I want to thank RX Bars again for sponsoring the pod. Okay, so I found the thing. We listened to our sponsor. It was so fun. Didn't you have a good time?
I had such a great time.
Chris always came back and said, I like that product. Okay, so here's what's really freaking cool about what you pulled. So this is the top.
Yeah.
So this is like what you're going to. And this is kind of maybe what's stopping you or limiting you from this.
All right.
Not in a bad way, but like that's what's going on. So you pulled the main one, which is the 6 of Swords, which is hope at last and travel, which is kind of crazy because you're taking
I'm going to Edinburgh.
So the 6 of Swords is a card indicating a recovery from difficult times. Hope is on the horizon. Things will get better. It's important to rest, revitalize, and surround yourself with joyful friends. Plan a trip, short or long. Even getting out of town for the weekend will further lift your spirits. So it's like traveling, rebirth. Great
That's
things.
nice.
Yeah. So you've had harder times. I don't know if you relate to that, but I mean, everyone does in some capacity. Let's get real here. Okay. So that's where you're getting to. So travel, and you've got, self-destruction is stopping you from getting to this rejuvenation place.
That sounds familiar.
It's a card of warning. The 5 of Swords depicts the destruction of the self, right? Yeah.
We're all so good at that.
Yeah. You'll be lured into another situation or argument you know to avoid. Your selfishness and desire for power will lead you to defeat. Pain and discord will result. So self-destruction is getting you from this place, which is, I think, common as an artist.
Yeah. I have so many projects that I want to do right now that are like the doors are wide open for me to do them. And then I just go find a million reasons to not start working. I'll just take a nap. I don't know.
Because of this goddamn card.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You got to break through. As I lean back.
Yeah.
As I lean back with my answer book.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Don't you love that when people say, well, don't be anxious. And you go, oh, you know what? I've never heard of that. Thank you so much.
No problem. I hadn't considered it before.
Have yet to consider letting it all go. Thank you so much, person who can screw right off. It's so sweet of you to say. That's really crazy, though.
Yeah, that's perfect. That fits perfectly.
Well, not fits. I mean, you don't want to say perfect for that. I mean, it's still tough. But I think so many people limit themselves. I so self-destruct. I don't answer that when I get overwhelmed. I'm not answering emails. Mm-hmm. I'm not showing up when I should. I'm late because I'm letting shiny things distract me. It's I don't have my shit together.
Yeah.
And it's what am I scared of? Because sometimes success can be really scary.
Oh, yeah. I'll get up in the morning. We're starting process. We're writing the show. It's my first process. It's amazing. The cast is great. Our director's great. I know I can do the job. And yet I stay in the shower for 45 minutes because it's easier than getting clothes on and going to such a great job.
For sure. And I wonder also if it's a Canadian thing too, because I think we're naturally self-deprecating, and also the idea, like, we don't even have a star system here in Canada.
Right.
And I wonder if it's just because, like, innately it seems too much to be sort of like confident with the skill set that you have. And not to be like to the point of like you don't want to grow or evolve, but to be like, I'm good at this is like scary.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Like the second you say you're good, you're going to like lose a hand and never play piano again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Not like that. I mean, we did pull a bunch of sword cards, but I think your hands are okay. Oh no, my hands are going. Okay, so the next card you have is the 10 of Wands. I call them sticks. Wands. The 10 of Wands is a difficult card to face. Mental or physical burdens have been weighing on your spirit. Over time, this leads to hopelessness and depression. You simply can't get through to what you want. You cannot see the way. If this card appears in response to a person or situation, it may be best to simply walk away. But if this card comes up frequently, it indicates you are attracted to negativity. You choose to walk the hard road. We were just saying that.
Yeah. That sounds familiar.
Crazy.
Why make things easy
when you can make them hard?
Yeah.
Oh my God, listen. I'm not judging you at all. That's my whole thing. I bought that clunky bike from Canadian Tire. Less than 6 days, I was like, I need to get rid of this.
Yeah.
I created chaos. You know?
I'm so good at creating chaos.
It's fun. I understand chaos. You can make fun of it. It's something to tell people.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you do if it's going well?
I can't write songs.
Right.
For Death Ray.
Because you're happy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe stay in that then. No, I'm kidding. This is all very interesting. How are you feeling so far about this?
I feel good.
Is it overwhelming?
Not yet, a little bit. I think when we're done, when we're leaving, or like as I go to bed tonight, I'll be like, whoa.
No, I think this is great because I think you're also very self-aware where you're like, I want the release. I want to travel. Like you're excited for Edinburgh, but I'm sure you're sitting there.
Mostly terrified.
Mostly terrified. So that's just what this is saying. It's saying this is where you want to get to. You want to get to the travel, the letting go, the confidence.
Yeah.
You know, but what's going to limit you from getting there is all this bullshit that you are creating.
In general.
Yeah. You're putting yourself in the bad situation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's fixable.
That's true.
So this is the last one, 3 of Pentacles, which is teamwork, determination, and focus. The task ahead is a momentous one, usually related to your job or career. So that's great because that was the question you had. The 3 of Pentacles suggests you must focus all of your efforts. Discipline, strategy, and hard work are needed more than ever. If you become weary or overwhelmed, rely on those around you. This is a card of teamwork, so you may need the strength of others to conquer the mountain. So maybe it's asking for help.
Yeah.
Being like, I'm overwhelmed. This is too much. I need help.
Yeah.
I mean, am I just really good at this? Not at all. How does it feel? What do you think?
It's eerily accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue that it's like a general thing and then this is what everyone faces.
Right.
But it's so you can link it so
right
closely to what is happening right now.
That's what I think when like people say like this stuff's garbage. Like I love crystals and stuff. Am I going to go bankrupt on a crystal? Hell no. But like I remember I had this like my friend who's an intuitive come on and she was like, whether like you believe in crystals or not, if it's something that reminds you to like love yourself or focus on your career more or whatever, like what's the harm? Yeah. I think the same with like tarots, like whether this is super vague, which it's like, it could be, but it's like you're relating to it. And I also think it's crazy. You are literally about to leave. You pull the travel card saying that this is going to like be really eye-opening for you once you release these that are holding you back.
Right. It just gives me a laser focus on the things that I'm doing.
Yes. You are creating situations. This is chaos that you're like overwhelming yourself. I mean, the photo, guys, is just really eerie. Like she's covered in, I thought sticks, but wands, magical wands.
Which came from sticks.
But like, but then you just need to ask for help, which is like, who asks for help? That's tough.
It's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you feel like as a woman too, especially like you are the first female musical director
in Toronto.
Yeah.
In Second City.
So do you find it hard, like being a woman in an industry where you're sort of like essentially being a renegade and like being the first to take on this stuff, that it's hard to sort of ask for help sometimes because you don't want to seem like you don't have it together?
That can be a big part of it. I'm more comfortable now, just given this shift. Like right now, I feel pretty good about going to my producers and just being like, hey, I don't know, we need to bring somebody in to fix this.
Right.
And not worry about it like threatening my job or anything.
Right.
But before, there was a lot of times, and like all throughout my music career, especially as like young early 20s Jordan would ask a sound guy for like a different cable, something was wrong, and no one would ever believe me. And I would have to be like, well, I know I'm right, but you're just gaslighting me. You're just refusing to listen out of some sort of weird resentment.
It's so weird that way. It's like, yeah, I think like, you know, one of the difficulties being like a woman in the industry. I mean, like, I know everyone has specific issues. I mean, like, you know, people of color and like different sexualities and men too. Like everyone has their own struggles, but it's like, it is crazy where I feel like you as a woman or in this industry or any industry, you have to know way more because you're constantly being told that you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. And then what that creates is, and I relate to you, I can never ask for help because it's the sign of weakness, which then means I'm terrible, which is like not at all the case. And it's chaos that I've created.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just this kind of like vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Where you kind of need to be vulnerable and truthful, but then that also can kind of bite you in the ass.
Well, you have to be like, you were talking about going into Long and McQuaid and buying microphones and like talking to the tech guys. And I find I like to go in there and say that I know nothing, but I've informed myself, talking to my brother, looking at the internet, going on forums. And so I have a baseline knowledge, and I'll go in there and act like I'm a complete idiot, which, or like I know nothing about what I'm asking them, which is true. I am asking them questions, and then slowly start feeding in information so they start to realize, oh, she does know what she's talking about. And you have to like chip away at their respect for you.
But the fact that you have to prep that much is crazy. Like I tried to buy a bike and I was like, who's going to help me? Like just so angry, or like not angry, but just like ready for someone to like make me feel bad, or like I get in an Uber and I tell them where I'm going, and then like even today I was like, this is where I'm going. They're like, no, it's around the corner. I'm like, no, this is the entrance.
That drives me crazy. Yeah. It's why we get like cab chits home and I've stopped using them because I'm so tired of having to deal with that.
Yeah, the guy told me, I was telling him where I lived and he was like, no, that's not where it is. I was like, okay, yeah, that's going to be a problem for me.
Yeah, I know where I live. Thanks so much. Yeah, like the last time I used a chit, I was filling it out, and I've been filling these out for years. Yeah, and the guy was like, "You're doing it wrong."
Oh God!
And I was like, "I'm really not.
Give me a break.
I promise you, I'm not."
But I just think it's like, you know, and I also think it's like, you know, we have similar upbringings in that it was like you kind of had to fend for yourself, or just kind of be really independent. And so it's like, I think intrinsically, it's like we are like people that are like just running ahead, being like, it's fine, we'll
everything's good. I got it. Fine. Yeah.
So I mean, like this pull is like pretty relatable. Yeah. But then it's so funny because then this is the problem. Then we become so self-destructive and chaotic that like when we're on vacation, we can't even relax. You know, it's like we purposely get a sunburn, you know, just to like have something
to deal with.
To be like, oh, again. Just add it
At
to
least
the
I
list.
know what to do about this.
Yeah. Do you think that you'll be able to, before Edinburgh, acknowledge these blocks and then like move forward?
I hope so. I think I can. I've started.
That's great.
Yeah. I've started being more vocal.
That's great.
Or I just like yesterday, I didn't feel like doing anything, so I didn't.
That's hard.
And then felt real bad about it.
Of course.
And then was like, hey, but maybe I needed to not do anything.
1,000%.
But maybe like there's a big difference between doing nothing and relaxing and watching The 100, which is the worst television.
What's The 100?
It's a perfect television series.
Oh,
post-apocalyptic,
You're telling me
bad,
about this.
awful. I can't get enough. So there's a big difference between watching shitty. I just swore. I'm sorry. I swear.
Oh, you can swear on this. Yeah.
Or bad, like young adult.
No, it's shitty. You said it before.
It's real shitty. But it's like a big difference between watching that and just sort of turning my brain off for a little bit and like scrolling Facebook, reading about all the bad things in the world, you know, what all my friends are doing that I'm not, and like comparing myself.
It's the killer.
I'm not doing enough. And like digging myself into that hole, which I'm so good at and I love doing.
Yeah. Hello, center card. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's also overwhelming because it's like you can't just be one thing anymore. You have to be everything. You can't just be an actor. You have to be a writer and a creator and a producer and you have to know how to do graphics and you have to know how to build a website and promote yourself and be a musician and sing and do all these things. And then watch people who are pretending that they're good at it on social media.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's a whirlwind. I mean, I'm not surprised that a lot of people suffer from anxiety and like depression.
Yeah.
In any sort of career.
Yeah.
You know, am I not how can you be a mom and like have a job and have a relationship
and a blog probably
have to. I
gotta
will
have one. Yeah.
My kids don't think that I will scam them for a partnership with Johnson & Johnson. They're wrong.
Yeah. You gotta get that baby powder.
Oh, those baby blogs are gross. Those mom blogs.
I get a lot of ads for them on my like Instagram, Facebook right now are all about, it used to be a few years ago, it was all about engagement rings and getting married.
Yeah.
And now all of my friends are having kids. I'll probably never get married. And so
you don't want that?
I don't know.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just
not really. I mean, I'm open to having my mind changed, but
hello, Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Chris Evans.
No, not Chris Evans.
No.
Just look at him from a distance.
Yes.
But like, I've completely lost my train
I've ruined it. I'm a terrible host. No. Give me that card. No. Being a mom,
social media is like trying to.
Yeah.
It's like they're my mom being like, you should be doing these things and you should be doing but my younger brother got married and they're going to have a kid.
Wow.
Soon. So I'll be an aunt soon, which is really excited. I'm really excited. It's really excited. The kid's probably
the
really
baby
excited
can't wait.
too. He can't wait.
Baby's inside with a key. Was it guitar? Just rocking out. Yeah. Can't wait to meet you.
Yeah. I'm going to be so cool at that. But I feel like my family and social media is like, oh, well, you're going to skip that? Okay, next thing. Okay, next thing.
Yeah.
What's the next thing after? So once I have my social media children.
Yes.
Because I'm married, according to social media now.
I think you just keep having kids.
I just have so many kids. What about like a divorce? Am I going to get divorce lawyers and like custody?
Yeah.
Lawyers. That's the next step.
Well, it is.
Incontinence underwear.
Incontinence. Yeah. Kelly, what is it? Who is it from The Housewives? Why am I even... What is her name? Oh my God. One of them is like selling like poise underpants.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, not
Kelly Ripa. I'm
Ripa.
already at a place where I sneezed and peed my pants very recently.
Right. You were telling me that.
Yeah. That was overwhelming. That was like, I got to start getting my career in gear because I'm going to die soon.
No, you're not. Listen, Lisa Rinna, that's who it is on The Housewives. She'll give you some poise. She's a beautiful woman who sells loose garments on QVC. She's fine. She's using them.
Oh, yeah.
Our last sponsor for the episode is Ritual, which is a really great supplement company. Listen, I know how hard it can be healthy. You've heard Renee and I talk about our issues, our qualms, and how difficult it can kind of be. We're all super busy. We have jobs, families, shows to watch. Have I brought up Queer Eye enough? And so Ritual is a really great and easy supplement to take that helps you fill in the gaps in your diet when you feel like you're a little lacking. You need vitamin D? Take it. They also have an amazing omega-3 that actually tastes good with natural mint essential oils, which you know I love. They're vegan, sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, and allergen-free, which is all amazing. It's made in the USA without synthetic fillers or colorants. It's mint-scented with an in-bottle tab that is enriched with pure peppermint oil. So it feels good while you're getting good. Love that. They also have an innovative bead-lit in-oil formulation, which keeps dry ingredients separate from oils within the capsule, so you only have to take one pill. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm still cool, right? I hope so. You can visit their website and you'll learn everything from why each ingredient is beneficial to where it's sourced. And I can't recommend you doing that enough. You have to do your research and find out if this is right for you, which it is. It'll help you feel better about yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. So it's a subscription-based, which is amazing. It keeps you on track. You know we love a subscription package here at Regular Girls. So there's no gap in your nutrient levels. It's $30 a month, and it's delivered to your door. So if you're thinking about it, this makes it so easy. Buying the omega-3 yourself is the cost of a Ritual bottle. So fill in the gaps in your diet with the best sourced ingredients. If you forget a few days, guess what? You can snooze your order until you catch up. And happiness guaranteed, no questions asked, so cancel easily at any time, which makes Ritual a great thing to try out and make sure that it's right for you. So forget everything you thought you knew about vitamins. Ritual is the brand that's reinventing the experience with 9 essential nutrients women lack the most. So if you're ready to invest in your health, do what I did and go to ritual.com/regular, and your future self will thank you for taking Ritual. Consider it your lifelong health 401k. So why put anything but clean ingredients backed by real science in your body? Go to ritual.com/regular. Try it out. And I want to thank Ritual for sponsoring this week's podcast. All right, back to the convo. No, it is kind of crazy because it is like, sometimes I think like, is that it? Like, is it, because I think I was like, oh, you get the husband, the house, the thing, the baby, the thing. And then you kind of get totally into your 30s, loudly in your 30s. Loud. And you're just like, oh, I think the scary thing and the damage of that is like, you actually start losing who you are because you're now defining yourself by your life checklist that you have to.
Right.
But then to define yourself outside of that is also very terrifying because
writing a new checklist
because of the self-doubt and the worry and the overwhelming and the refusing to ask for help or the refusing to say, hey, I'm kind of lost right now. Where do I go?
Yeah.
It got deep. It just got deep here.
So deep.
Isn't it crazy we were talking about Pete Davidson and now we're talking about loathing yourself? But yeah.
I mean, when you're 24, you just want to find someone who will make you feel good about yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't want to be alone. And you are like, I can't wait until I meet someone that I can link myself to and define myself by so I don't have to define myself by me.
That's honestly the wisest thing I've ever heard. It's so true. That I think that's why people stay in like those shitty 20-year-old relationships where you're like, get out of here, Greg, like screaming and yelling in the street. But you're going to stay together because it's like so scary to like think of yourself alone because you don't really have, you haven't added value to yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
Weird. Right?
Yeah. It's sad.
It's crazy. I just think of myself at 20 and I was just like so lost and pretending I was not lost and was so angry.
I remember routinely thinking, oh, I just need to get myself in a good relationship and then I'll be fine.
Yep.
Which is so problematic.
So problematic. So I was the same.
Because then you end up in a relationship and there's so many problems.
Of course.
And you're like, well, but this is the solution to all my problems, so I'm going to deny any of those other problems exist.
Yeah, you have to make me feel happy and better and do all the things.
Yeah, that's your job. It's no longer my job.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's why it's like so, like when you think about love, like your first love in your 20s, it's so epic because you're like, yay, my work is done.
I did it. Yeah.
I'm me now.
I just get How do you like my hair? What should I wear today?
I'm Lisa, Greg's girlfriend. Woo!
I don't even remember my name anymore.
No, exactly. And I'm sure people will listen to this and be like, screw you. That's not the way. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I don't think I've met like a 21-year-old in like the healthiest relationship. You're like, wow.
Yeah.
You're really defining what this could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching like Teen Mom and they're like 16 and pregnant and the boyfriend's like, bye. And it's like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's a pile of garbage, but he's 16. Like, you know.
He's also just still a kid.
I mean, but she's also still a kid, but with a full baby. Yeah. It sucks.
Not fair.
I can't even rewatch that show anymore. Did you watch it when it first came out?
I couldn't.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
I've been watching Queer Eye. Are you watching it this season?
I just watched the first episode. I have to space them out because it's such a bomb. I feel like it's maybe one of the most important TV shows. Yeah, I think it's like ever.
What's kind of crazy about it is, and I was really late to the Queer Eye party. Like I watched the first season, but I've since gone back and rewatched more. Like I'm going back to watch the first season. But yeah, I think it's really great. It's like 5 really positive. It seems like they just so outside is really excited. I don't know if this will pick it up. I'm sure it will, but
it might not.
I love my neighborhood because it's just the sound of it is one honk so long. But in Queer Eye too, it's like sometimes it's kind of sad because you see how people are living. Like there's a lot of like, I wouldn't say hoarding problems, but certainly pack rats.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think about myself, like I think I'm okay, but I also have a lot of clothes I need to get rid of. And like, it just helps me. It helps motivate me.
Queer Eye?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It helps me do this.
Less the self-destruction.
Yeah. And more of this.
Asking for help.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to. And it's also like, there is something like, I mean, like I love Tan and I love Jonathan and they're my favorites.
I love
Sorry
Tan
about it.
so much.
Tan's the
I
best.
honestly just need those two mostly. Or also, who's the designer guy?
Bobby.
Bobby's pretty great too.
Bobby's pretty great too. I cannot stand Anthony. I mean,
Anthony doesn't know how to cook anything, so I don't understand
me neither.
Why. I mean, he's not particularly like, he's very empathetic. He tends to cry a lot. I feel like he really feels with the people, which is like, I do that too. And so I can sort of relate to him, but he doesn't teach me anything.
No. And, he sounds like Christian Bale, but kind of from American Psycho.
Yeah.
I think the most, absurd, dish he has done, I don't even want to like ruin it for you, but it is a raw peanut dish.
Okay.
Toasted peanuts with so much sauce that you have to eat with your hands. And like Tan, I think it was Tan, was eating his hands, and he was just like his hands were filthy. Like it was just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And I had it. I was like, Tan just bought this person expensive clothes, a brand new house, and they got to stick their hands in oily peanut, whatever.
Which, number one, isn't even healthy.
No.
Just show them how to make like a nice salad dressing.
Nice salad dressing. Salmon. Bake a nice salmon.
Yeah.
Which is simple.
There's so many. Show them how to use their oven to roast vegetables, which is the easiest thing you can do. Does he? But like, I
don't want to ruin it.
But then does he like do anything with them?
He makes a guacamole.
Okay, but no.
He calls it a green goddess sauce.
That's not enough.
No.
That's not enough at all.
No, and then like the one he made, okay, I'm going to ruin it all for you, so I'm not going to say anything. But I love Jonathan so much. And I will say this because I think sometimes when we think about being self-destructive, we think of all the emotional stuff too. But it's like sometimes doing your makeup or wearing a nice outfit where you feel really good can really turn it around.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Like
totally. Sometimes if I'm having a really bad day, I just wash my hair and I go, oh, that's better.
Every time I get my roots done, I'm like, oh, this is why I was feeling like garbage for 4 days.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's be honestly real. As if I had roots and ran to the hairdresser in 4 days. Who am I? Jonathan? I don't think so. Although I am loving his shaved down beard and massive mustache.
That was nuts. I saw that for the first time yesterday.
We all followed him on Instagram last night.
So perfect.
Oh, he's a joy.
I was overwhelmed by him at first because he loves so openly and actively, and it's so easy for him.
Yeah.
And that's the opposite of me. And if I were in a room with him, I would be initially very overwhelmed. But then I do, like, people are like, Jordan doesn't like hugs. Jordan doesn't like affection. That's not true. I love hugs. I love affection. I have trouble expressing it myself. And so when people are very, like, bubbly, like brimming over with that, I get overwhelmed because I don't know. It's not my experience with how to show affection.
For sure.
My family is very stoic and like, good job. You're great. Cool. Here's a beer. And so I don't know how to reciprocate. So I get very uncomfortable. It's not that I don't like it.
I couldn't relate to you more.
Absolutely. I'm honestly mostly just jealous that he can express himself that way and connect with people so easily. Whereas for me, it's like climbing uphill to try and just get to a point where I feel like I can talk to this person.
For sure. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I remember I once had like a tender hug recently and then I had to immediately order an Uber.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out of here. My heart was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to go.
Like a real hug that it's like a two-sided hug and it's not just someone hugging you. You're like, this is exactly what I'm
sweating already just thinking about it.
I know I am too, just from one armpit. That's how I know that I'm uncomfortable.
Well, you're doing great and I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, if I were to have like Jonathan, I love Jonathan, but if I also knew like I need to meet him when he in one of the episodes said, this is full circle realness. I was like, yep, 1,000%. And I did do I did a panel, and I'm not even saying this to like Brian. Who cares? And I kept saying, "Get it, girl." And I was like, "Am I the Jonathan of this panel?" But yeah. But if he were to be cutting my hair, I think I would have to take a nap after, and that has nothing to do with him. But it is a thing of like this person is so like loves who they are, is not going to think about this when this conversation is done.
Yeah.
And all I'm thinking about is, does he think I'm cool? Am I keeping up? Am I enough?
Yeah. But it also, I think for us, uncorks a bottle of emotions that we've kept. And then we get overwhelmed because we have trouble living in the present.
Yes.
And we overanalyze everything. And we've tucked things away in a way that he hasn't. So he can uncork that bottle, no problem. It's very safe. But we uncork that bottle and things come gushing out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just like, I can't handle this. You're not going to be able to handle this. Let's slow down, which is why I think I like Tan, because he is gentler about that. Like, I think he himself is maybe a little bit more like me.
Well, they call him unemotional. Like they talk
He's
about...
He's the most emotional.
No, he is.
Yeah.
He is, but I think he was like, they were talking about him not having a big proposal or wedding or something. Mm-hmm. And someone was like, I'm going to organize a wedding for you. And he was like, we've been married, or like an engagement party. He's like, we've been married 8 years, like, don't need it. Like, he's not there's not a lot of performance, but he is. Yeah. He grows. Yeah. He was not one of my favorites for a while, but he did grow on me.
He was instantly, I was like, you.
The season he pops.
Yeah.
I started following him on Instagram too.
Oh, I got to follow him. I just need to like, if I could just wake up every morning and have Tan just be like, hey, God, you're okay. What you're doing is enough.
Wow.
And there's a lot that you can still do, but just take it one step at a time.
Can you be your own Tan? Because if you need someone to say that, just say that to yourself.
Yeah. Maybe a bathroom mirror in the morning.
Or a nice mirror. Invest in a nice mirror.
I have actually the mirror in my bedroom. It's like a mirrored closet doors.
Yeah.
Are really, really nice.
So
but I can't go into the bathroom because there's a skylight. I'm complaining about a skylight. I'm not really.
Oh, the light comes in so bright.
It's like right above the sink. So I'll be standing there and just being like, I'm feeling pretty. Oh, look, there's every pore and gray hair that I have. What's the point of living?
That's BS. First of all, you're beautiful and stunning and you have Julia Roberts hair, and don't fucking come at me if you think you don't. I'm going to post a photo of Jordan, and if this SOB over here says that her hair sucks, I will murder you.
Today, one side is curly, one side is straight. Look at this.
Oh, is that tough for you?
It's bone straight.
I have 4 strands that keep separating. I've brushed my hair 17 times today at the bottom. That's not a joke. People are like, why do you touch your hair in your Instagram stories? I'm like, because I have 4 pieces of hair and I want full ass Southerner hair. I want to go to Georgia and I just want to like figure out how the ladies are doing it down there and puff my hair right out. No, you should be your own Tan.
We should all be our own Tan.
Yes. I started buying slowly but surely better products, better makeup, better hair products.
It makes a big difference. I went to Yorkdale Mall the other day and I bought 2 pairs of jeans that fit me.
And how does that feel?
It's nuts.
The best.
Yeah.
So Tan's whole thing is proportion.
Right.
Just learn, like, and that's the thing. It's like, I think women and men, because Tan's a big thing of like men also have body issues, and for sure they do. But it's like, you know, buy things that make you look nice.
Yeah. Don't
go to a store and wish you were a 4 when you're an 8. Embrace that you're an 8 and find clothes that make you look great. You have great boobs, show them off.
Yeah.
You got a nice waist, show it off.
Yeah.
You got crap hair, fix it a bit. Fix it a bit.
Just a little bit. Do what you can.
I mean, Jonathan said everyone's budget is doable.
Yeah.
You don't have a face mask? Put honey on your face.
Mm-hmm. I put yogurt on my face sometimes.
Does that work?
Plain yogurt. Yeah. You have to be careful because it can be, if your skin is really sensitive, it can cause redness. But
you need to come on again because you are also a Dr. Quinn. There's so much to unpack. You need to come on. I'm going to interview you again. We'll pull cards after you get back from Edinburgh. And we'll do natural remedies because Renee thinks I'm insane. Because I'm always like ACV or like oil of oregano. She's like, what are you talking about? But you are a big Dr. Quinn.
I mean, I'm not a doctor or an expert.
No, but you're like oils.
Yeah.
You're a big oil gal. Roll-on oils. Yogurt masks.
I love those. I mean, it's less of a mask and more just I'm standing in my bathroom glopping it onto my face.
No, but like you'd think to do that. Like I put oatmeal in my hair once and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Beer in your hair is real nice.
For what?
I find it helps me with frizz and it makes it real shiny.
Oh, because you have beautiful hair. I would just stink like Coors Light. We are at the end of our convo.
We did it.
Didn't that fly by?
It did. It really did.
I am thinking I talked too much in it.
I think I talked too much too. I'm looking at, it looks like I talked so quiet.
You did.
Okay.
We can fix it in post.
Okay.
This is why I was asking you about stereo and mono. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
learning.
have the answers.
You do. You're a musical director.
Right.
So you're going to be in Edinburgh. Please go watch your show, her show, your show. You're here.
I'm here now.
That was confusing. Do you feel like this card reading was helpful in any capacity?
It was so helpful.
This is a new format I'm trying.
In mind as I navigate the next few weeks before we leave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You should.
And it's so visual that I can like visualize the cards.
You can take a pic if you want.
Take a picture of them and be like, don't
do that.
Watch out, Jordan.
Because once you agree that you are a talented, wonderful woman who needs to tan herself and not her skin.
I thought you meant actually tan, and I was like, no, it's not possible.
No, that's what I'm going to call my personal affirmation time is tanning.
Sorry, I'm going tanning later.
I am good enough. I'm worthy enough. I'm beautiful enough. But what it's saying is that you're destined for greatness, but you are the one that's concealing yourself right now. And here's what's really trippy, and I won't post photos of this because this is your reading, but what's crazy is like in the middle of the deck is a stack of wands, but it looks like sticks. And on the top is the sticks too.
I know.
So it's like on your top card.
Yeah.
So it looks like if you can release the tough road, then you get to go to the rainbow. It's
right there.
Yeah.
And this is a continuity. And these may always still be there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I can't get to.
You can't get to there.
Here.
You just put them at bay.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're going to do great in Edinburgh. And I'm so bummed that I can't see the show. Like I can't be there in Edinburgh to see it because it just is going to be the best.
Hopefully.
Don't listen to the fucking cards, Jordan. No, I'm swearing too much. Okay, so where can we find you on the socials? Or do you want anyone to follow you on the socials? No pressure.
You can follow me.
Yeah. Are you private? We can keep you private.
It doesn't have to be. I mean, Death Ray has Instagram.
Okay.
We have a website.
Death Ray.
It's deathraycabaret.com.
They're amazing. So check them out. And we'll put all this in the website.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to listen to Jordan's amazing music, do you have a website?
It's not finished yet.
Not finished. We're going to talk about that. We'll get that sorted because that's ridiculous. And you can come listen to her at Second City, but don't be a pervert and talk to her about it.
Or take your shoes off and put your feet up on a chair right by my face.
Absolutely don't do that. And if you order chips, don't sit near her because it's annoying and we can hear
it. The crumbs get in my hair.
Well, Jordan, thank you so much for letting me read your cards. You're a joy.
You're a joy.
Thank you. See you guys next week. Bye.